What is AI? We hear this term often, but we don't need math to understand what it really is. AI actually refers to a large umbrella of techniques, and to illustrate them, let's think of detective work. Under the umbrella of AI, we have a broad category, the red part, called machine learning. Think of it as a detective learning to put the right label on things. Show the detective a pile of labeled triangles, and it eventually works out what makes a triangle and can detect triangles going forward. The detective, or quote unquote machine, learned a rule from examples instead of being handed that rule. Going a level deeper, a subset of machine learning is deep learning. One detective is fine for shapes, but to recognize a rabbit, you need a team where each detective watches for one feature, and those detectives layer onto each other to determine that this rabbit was based on all of these features like ears, whiskers, and tails, and they were able to learn those and stack those together. Going a level even deeper, and this is where the hype is these days, we reach generative AI. This type of AI actually generates output. We are now trying to generate the next word. The detective's trick is to read the words so far and predict the next one. To do that, each detective pays attention to a different relationship between the words. Give them the cat sat on the blank, and one watches the grammar, another watches the subject, and so on. Then they each feed their notes forward to a sergeant who analyzes and details his own report, filing a single guess for the next word. Here's the part that makes the network really learn. The sergeant now files a guess, say Matt, to their highest ranking lieutenant. The lieutenant holds the real sentence and points out that the answer was actually couch. That gap between the guess and the truth is the error that the squad learns from, nudging every detection of the sergeant and lieutenant team a little closer to the couch answer for the next time. One fix from the lieutenant barely matters, but repeated across billions of times, the whole squad sharpens until its guesses land. That makes a trained squad of detectives. That is now set up. We can now move to how ChatGPT actually exists. Imagine we're going around with this squad, and people are asking it different questions. For example, we could ask something as an audience like, tell me about cats, for example. The existing train command just runs once, and it strings together the most likely words, one after another, resulting in a response like, cats sit on couches. Again, they're able to do this because they've already trained their network. So that's really what AI is, a detective pattern matching and extrapolating the results.